is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
No. Y'all, just stop. This is a sham. Welcome to DBL. Happy Wednesday, ladies. Sam Shocker in the house.
Not Samantha Jones.
I was going to say, listen, you got to tune in. We have a couple shows a day. If you watch our early show, Tori introduced Sam as Sam Jones.
I got Stephanie.
And we've been working together for 5 years. We've been doing this show.
It was
no, it was straight up like she was Johnny Carson and she came out and she was like, Sam Jones and the Jones Band.
It's weird.
I'm so sorry.
It was strange.
It was Samantha Jones from Sex and the City too. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I'll take it. I do have like a leopard monarch print on today.
Listen, it's a weird day. You guys don't even know what we're talking about because they're like, what is happening? It's going to be one of those days. Yeah, we are going with it.
It's like a Friday.
This is the late show, so we can loosen up.
Yep,
Maybe perhaps spray our dress so they're all wet for the show.
Mine is wet.
All right, let's get to it. Fred Savage, this is kind of serious, is speaking out after some women accused him of sexual harassment on the Wonder Years reboot set. So 6 female crew members spoke to the Hollywood Reporter about Fred's alleged sexual harassment. The women say they saw 2 different sides to Fred. One that was supportive around other actors and executives and a darker alter ego. One woman said, one night out with some crew members, Fred pushed her against a wall and, quote, put his mouth on her very forcefully. So in a statement, Fred said, there are some incidents being reported that absolutely did not and could not have happened, but added, quote, any person who feels hurt or offended by my actions is one person too many. I will work to address and change my behavior that has negatively affected anybody. This story kind of makes me sad because I'm a big Fred Savage fan, right? I don't want his celebrity to cloud my judgment of these 6 allegations, and I think there was actually one more on a different set. But what do you guys think about this?
The 3 of us in our age group were like 40-ish. We grew up with that Fred Savage baby face in Princess Bride. Do you remember when he's reading the book? And there's a sense of innocence that comes with the Wonder Years. He was the boy we followed, right? And he comes with an aura of like goodness. 2018, there was a lawsuit filed against him for physically assaulting a costume designer on the grinder. There's a lot of smoke here. There's a lot of noise here, and I tend to believe the survivors, or whatever you want to call them, the people who are making the allegations. 6 is a lot for me. It breaks my heart. I'm not going to count him out until I know, but I did start thinking of him a bit differently, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think it seems to be a pattern of behavior.
Right.
But at the same time, I do want to always check myself. We saw it recently with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Not to say that Johnny Depp was completely innocent in some of his actions.
Terrible person, right?
But and even just personally in my own life, I'm learning, even though it's a very slim chance statistically that you get false accusations.
Sure.
It's really hard for victims to come forward. So I understand all of that, and where there's smoke, there's fire. But at the same time, I'm going to pull back and I'm going to hear both sides of the story, and I want to look at all the facts before I cancel or condemn anyone, Fred Savage, whoever it may be. I hope I can do that moving forward.
I appreciate that, because I think just a year and a half ago, not having that attitude would get you canceled, right? If you're not with us, you're against us, now we're going to have a problem with you. I'm just thinking this through while we were talking, and it's, we've all been out together, right? And we're all, like you said, in our 40s, and I wonder if it's a culture, and again, I'm not making excuses for Fred Savage, so please don't confuse the two. But I know growing up, me and my buddies, like when I go to my Italian restaurant, we're like hanging on each other and what's up, and we kiss each other on the cheek. That's still the culture back where I come home from. So is any of this, if there's a younger generation perhaps, and you're kind of having some drinks, which is never good, with coworkers mixing all that, and maybe it's just who you are, again, not putting your mouth on people like it was alleged.
But is there more to the story? We don't know.
Right. Could there be? And again, I'm not sticking up for Fred Savage, but there is some things that even I'm like, generationally, I'm like, I'm not going out with that group of people just because I know who I am, and it doesn't mean I'm attracted or I want anything from you. It's just my actions, I trust my small circle.
I agree. And I would also just say that reminds me of the Bill Murray situation right now going on. He's not being alleged to assault anyone. He's just doing things that he said in the past I would do on a movie set. That's not okay right now in that climate, and he's going to do better. To me, we are showing degrees now. We're discerning. Bill Murray is not Harvey Weinstein, right? No one's Aziz Ansariing this. But just because we like Fred Savage a lot doesn't mean he gets to get away with it.
I just want to say, too, and again, this doesn't apply to this story. I just want to say to anyone out there who does have false accusations or misread something and then they in hand misreported it, I want them to be punished as well. Because when you falsely accuse someone, again, this is not Fred Savage, but when you falsely accuse someone, you are setting back, I mean, the Me Too movement, you're ruining everything. So again, I know it doesn't happen often. It happens very, very, very seldomly, but there needs to be harsh consequences for those individuals as well.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Good combo, ladies. Good combo. Especially you, Sam Jones.
It's the Jones.
That might stick around. That might stick around for a minute.
Oh, man.
Can we get that clip at least for the end of the show? All right, let's get that, because the audience is like, what's happening? All right. So Ryan Reynolds says he's still in the doghouse over a big purchase he made last year. So while on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Ryan revealed that he never really talked to his wife Blake Lively about buying one half of a Welch soccer club. That's a pretty big purchase. Take a look.
He was drunk.
And I remember showing up, seeing Blake and saying, you know, I have bad news and I have really bad news. The really bad news is that, you know, I might have bought half of a fifth-tier National Football League in Wales.
What was her reaction?
Not good, Rob. No, not great.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're still working through that one.
Not good. Not good.
Rob.
So Riot, his friend comedian Rob McElhenney paid $2.5. Did I say that right? $2.5 million for the team. Yeah, not good. Hun, I dropped.
Wow. Do you clear big purchases with Jordan for everything?
Yeah, mostly.
What does that mean, mostly?
I bought a sauna.
And what'd she say?
Well, here's the thing. I was contracted to do a job, got fired the day before I was supposed to do that job.
Sorry.
Then I had the bill. So I'm like, well, I bought this sauna, but I was supposed to get this job. We got a sauna.
Welcome
What
to
was
your
her
sauna.
reaction?
She's like, oh yeah, good. Is it a two-seater? Like, is it a two-seater? She's been in there once her whole life.
Is it very small?
Yeah, it's like so
You've
people
seen
at home, it's like a box.
It plays music. It has rave
I know it has lights, yeah.
It's a bit much.
Those are healing lights.
There's a disco ball in there.
Uncha, heel.
Hey, listen, I like to get ready for the show. All right, so how about you? Do you make big purchases like that?
I tell Mark, you know, if it's like a pair of shoes or something, and I don't spend that much money on me, people might think that I spend money on designer things. I rent the runway.
Yep.
So like if I buy a pair of Nikes, I just buy the pair of Nikes. But then anything over that, I will tell Mark, and vice versa.
How about like those golden goose shoes? Because my wife did that, and I found out how much they were, and they looked like they were used.
Yeah,
I know they're all like tattered.
Yeah, purposefully destroyed.
I'm sweating now.
Yeah, you're upset. We're very talky. I know people in my family that have not talked financially to their spouses, and it's turned out awful. So if you can, money is something you should bring up. Like when you're dating and it's getting serious, money, religion, and sex. Those three need to be on the same page. If you're a spender and they're frugal, it ain't gonna work.
We didn't want that off. We wanted what you bought.
Sorry.
Yeah, what was your biggest purchase?
Yeah, what are you showing, an Instagram page?
So follow me for more. What did I buy that was? We bought a bed, a mattress.
You said we.
Yeah, you mean just me?
Are you getting the story?
Okay,
Do you understand what's happening?
I'm done.
I don't do it. I don't know. Makeup, perfume.
Oh yeah, that's one. I know that story.
I lost one and
Okay.
I had to rebuy.
That's an issue.
We're gonna have to talk through that story before the next
Yeah,
show.
that's a big
Okay, so speaking of making bad decisions, Drake is trolling his dad over a tattoo. So his dad reportedly got a tattoo of Drake's face inked on his arm 5 years ago. Drake posted the tattoo with the caption, "I was just sitting here thinking, why'd you do me like this? We're family." His dad responded by saying he's had 16 people try to straighten it out. So for the record, Drake also seems to have a tattoo of his dad's face.
That's good.
On his arm.
Wait, can we go back to Drake's face?
Yeah, 'cause I didn't
Zoolander.
I wanna see it. I
It's
had-
Blue
Drake
steel.
doing the blue steel in Zoolander.
Dude, he made the kissy lips.
He did.
I would never in a million years say that's Drake.
I would think that's like Drake being.
No, I would
blue
guess
steel.
Drake.
I don't know.
Drake being
It looks
blue
like
steel.
you got a black eye. Drake with a
see?
black eye. Let's try
I
one
think it
more
was
time.
a freckle. Maybe
No,
he
it was a
has
black eye.
a freckle right there.
Oh no, he looks sleepy.
Yeah, just maybe some bags under the eye.
Yeah.
Tired.
No,
He's
or maybe he
touring.
went around. He sparred a couple rounds. He's Tory. You just gave a shout out. No one even caught it.
What do you mean?
You like a couple bags under the eye, and you go, "She's Tory." He's Tory.
No, I said.
I don't have bags.
He's touring.
Oh, that's better.
I heard Tory.
You heard heard Tori.
I heard Tori.
I did not say
I appreciate
Tori.
you.
I said he's.
I was like, you're just gonna let that go
Of
because
course not. I thought she said
Can
Tori.
you imagine how I
Wow.
said that? How horrible. You do not have bags.
Thank you.
I have bigger bags than
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
Tori Bags Shulman and Sam Jones.
Sam Jones.
All right, great. So far, great show. I think my mom is the only one left watching. All right, coming up on DBL, a Game of Thrones actor is in hot water for his take on sex scenes. Bags. And tributes continue to pour in for Olivia Newton-John, how her family plans to honor the beloved star. We're going to talk about it next.
Closed captioning provided by
I think it is one of those stories we're all going to be like, what?
Who raised you?
Why am I right all the time?
Am I going crazy?
Welcome to another week of Jeff's Mustache.
Oh, faking it,
Yes.
All right,
Okay,
guys,
so we're gonna
we're talking
talk
about
the
Pants. The pants. We're talking about focus here. We're going to talk about the pants from Sandy. How much would you have paid for the pants on Sandy? So, what would you be buying, Sierra, if you could, as a celebrity memorabilia?
Yeah, I know. I don't know about this.
What if it Beyonce's bat from Lemonade?
My really good girlfriend.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Me too. What would you buy if you could? Anything from a celebrity. She just said that was something from Prince. Prince. Like a piano. What if you had Prince's piano?
Yeah, I would even buy his shoes. Like his little high heel shoes. Like the ones
your
in
back.
the rain.
No, I'm
Yeah, Purple
And I can
Rain.
very well take
I
care of
might do
myself
Barbara
and look like
Streisand's.
Very much, very much.
Anything.
Yeah, I would do anything Prince.
Oh, my window people are calling.
You're who?
Window people. I'm getting new windows. Yeah.
Like what?
Our windows are from 1925.
And they're just super.
They're on a rope system from a pulley, and they're like lead glass.
Oh,
Which probably isn't good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get them redone, but I think it's gonna cost us $1 million. And so I'm
So
really
you have
concerned.
someone giving you a quote right now.
Correct,
Got
but
it.
they're really, when people give you a quote, they're really.
I hope you're getting 3 quotes. Always get
I've
3
only
quotes.
I've only got one
No,
quote.
you get, right, Jeff? You do 3 quotes.
Man.
Right?
No, 2.
Oh, I do 3 and then I pick the
I'm
best
not lazy.
one.
I just did one. And said,
She's just
all right.
doing 1 and saying okay to the window people that's at her house right now.
I get it though.
I don't
'cause
want
you're
to
like,
call anyone else.
Mark's dad always told me, and
he's right.
Mark's dad used to be
quotes.
an electrician.
No, he's right.
Always.
Don't trip.
Find we're not so different after all. Looking for a window in the wall.
Welcome back. That's Olivia Newton-John singing the song Window in the Wall with her daughter Chloe. Chloe posted a duet on Instagram to remember her late mother, who she called an angel on earth. So Olivia passed away on Monday. We talked about it. The news is out. Now, this was a big one because we're talking about for a second day. I mean, it hits everyone differently, but this was a big one. After a courageous battle with breast cancer, now Olivia's family in Australia says they have accepted the offer to give her a state funeral. Speaking on an Australian talk show, her niece said the country needs it because Olivia was so loved. She was right. Meantime, Spanx founder Sarah Blakely reflected on her friendship with Olivia and said as a child, she went as far as to ring the doorbell at her home in California. She also revealed she won the pants Olivia wore in the movie Grease at an auction and has them framed in her office.
Can you imagine having those iconic pants? We all know the song, we all know the moves. In your office, and being like the queen of Spanx and pants in general.
Yes.
Like, what
I just put that together.
wonderful relationship.
Totally. And did you know Sarah Lively had Olivia Newton-John surprise everyone by singing at her wedding?
Sarah Blakely.
What did I say?
Blake Lively.
Oh my God, what's wrong?
Dude, what's happening today?
Sarah Blakely.
Sarah Blakely.
I'm so sorry. Had
That's
her
okay.
sing, and her husband turns and goes, "Man, that sounds just like Olivia Newton-John," and it was.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
How much would you pay for those pants?
Yeah, what do you think it costs Sarah Blakely?
How much would Sarah Blake Lively pay for those
I would
pants?
say $75,000 or more. It has to be, because those are iconic.
No, I would say $250,000, hands down.
Yeah, she's probably
Easy.
right.
Really?
Those are huge. People would want that.
Well, I know the answer. I would have guessed like 25 to 50.
What is it?
It's 162,000.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
She had to be sewn in the day of.
I know.
But it's kind of like, I mean, you could resell those, right? Like if at one point, if Spanx bombed, you got those pants.
Yeah, it's part of your liquid. It could be turned into liquid and sell it, but she wants it because you're right. She is the queen of pants.
She's the queen of
And
tight
that's
pants.
right,
She's the queen of
leather tight pants. You're
Okay.
I don't think those are.
I don't want. I don't want to.
No, those are like a shiny,
leather,
like lycra spandex material.
Wow.
What's up with the friendship? The husband didn't even know Olivia Newton-John. She rang her doorbell and.
Big fan.
Who doesn't when you're a kid? When you're a kid, you don't go. My husband lived.
And then
near
you bought their
Tupac,
pants?
And rang the doorbell all the time to Tupac until he got an autograph.
Okay, well he didn't buy his pants, and Tupac didn't sing at your wedding.
Right. Well, he doesn't have the money that Sarah Blakely does. She's a billionaire. When you're a billionaire, aren't you? Who's your?
It's a little creepy.
Okay. Well, if you could have anything, let's say you were a billionaire, like Sarah Blakely.
And I could ring any stranger's doorbell and pretend I'm their best friend.
No, but maybe you did that as a kid, and then later on in life, you wanted to own some of their memorabilia. Who would it be?
What?
What celebrity memorabilia would you want?
What celebrity memorabilia would you want?
Why did you just say that?
I did.
No, you didn't. You're like Walter Payton.
Okay, all right.
Walter Payton.
Yeah.
Like his jersey and a big glass.
Or like a helmet?
No, his pants. How about you? How about you?
Ball.
Of course, yeah, all
What
that
about
stuff.
a ball?
It's all memorabilia.
Okay.
Yeah, a helmet would be great.
I would get something from the movie Clue. I think that'd be really cool.
That's probably like $4.
What?
We could probably arrange for Bert to let you into some studio
The lead
back
pipe
lot.
or something? The revolver?
Dude, you could have got that at Universal Dumpster.
No, I couldn't.
For sure, just
for
you in there like, oh my God!
Yeah, I'll find
Colonel Mustard's tie.
Yeah,
What would you get?
Oh, anything Disney, like the original painting of Ursula, the original painting of Winnie the Pooh.
That would sell for a lot.
Oh yeah, with that cute slogan. About,
I'd much rather have a drawing of something than the actual item.
You want me to have?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. If someone's like, "Hey, do you want Walter Payton signed helmet?" I'm like, "No, just draw me a picture of it."
But
Disney animation
are animated. They're not real. Newsflash.
Oh, I didn't even see our boss was here. I thought everyone was away. Sorry, Bert. It's one of those days, buddy. Coming up on DB.
It's a Friday.
I don't know what's happening. A Game of Thrones actor wants to do away with intimacy coaches on set. Why a lot of people are not happy about it. His take next. I got the giggles today.
For 2 years, Democrats have been working to pass legislation to achieve their goals on economic, health, and climate policy. The Senate has just finally done so, passing the Inflation Reduction Act. Ads attacking the bill have already hit airwaves, like this one sent to us by a Verify viewer in Georgia.
Washington liberals like Raphael Warnock say their partisan spending bill lowers seniors' drug costs, when actually, it cuts nearly $300 billion from Medicare.
So is that true? Does the Inflation Reduction Act cut billions of dollars from Medicare? To verify, we looked at the text of the bill, the analysis of the bill by the Congressional Budget Office, and we went to sources specializing in health and budget policy. All our sources confirmed this bill as written does not cut any funding to Medicare. What it aims to do is actually save Medicare money by reducing how much it pays out to drug companies. It does this in 3 ways. The first is to give the federal government the authority to negotiate with drug companies over how much it'll pay for certain Medicare-covered drugs. The second way is to institute a cap on how much drug companies are allowed to raise the prices they charge Medicare each year. And the third way, undoing a Trump-era rule that banned drug makers from giving discounts to insurers in order to keep their products on the insurer's list of approved drugs. According to the Congressional Budget Office, all that adds up to nearly $300 billion in savings for Medicare over the next 9 years. But it's cost savings, not budget cuts. In fact, the text of the Senate bill includes billions in new spending for Medicare. AARP calls the claims the legislation would cut Medicare a lie, saying, quote, "This bill saves Medicare nearly $300 billion by lowering the price of drugs. Only drug companies would say that saving people money is a bad thing." All that means we can verify, no, the Inflation Reduction Act does not cut billions of dollars from Medicare. with your Verify. I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. Game of Thrones actor Sean Bean is taking some heat over comments he made about sex scenes on set. So speaking to the London Times, Sean said intimacy coordinators who help make actors feel safe during sex scenes can spoil the spontaneity.
Oh my
He said the coordinators would inhibit him because it's drawing attention to things and bringing it down to a technical exercise.
It is.
All right, hold on. Actress Rachel Zegler spoke out, tweeting, quote, "Spontaneity in intimate scenes can be unsafe. Wake up."
Newsflash.
Yeah. It's a blocking. You're blocking two people doing things with a camera. You go left, you go right. You kiss here, you kiss there. Anything other than that, I'm super uncomfortable with because you've crossed a line that has just been set up a year or two ago. I mean, we just got the intimacy coaches. Let us have it and work it out. Sorry, it's not as spontaneous for you, buddy, but I'd rather it not be.
How many women over the years have been, and I'm not even going to blame the male actors in the scene at all, because yes, for so many decades they were trained to be in the moment and to make it real and to have that chemistry shown on screen.
Totally.
But put that aside, how many women have been uncomfortable or felt assaulted in so many words over decades of not having something crystal clear rubric?
Right.
So,
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be uncomfortable just doing a sex scene. Like, do you need a sex scene?
I
just
wouldn't want to do it
close
either.
the door, right? Close the door. You know what's happening in there. And if there's that much like worry on set, don't even do it.
Well, here's the thing. There's some things like Outlander. I don't know if you watch Outlander. Burr, your daughter watches Outlander. It is a lot about those scenes.
But I don't want to take the chance as a human being, let alone an actor, to be like, we're kissing or something and my hand goes down and the woman feels uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to take that chance as a person.
And the good thing there is having an intimacy coach to be like, move your hand like a dance. It's almost like a dance, choreographed, so nothing gets out of control.
You know, trying to keep a straight face. How was it when you did your hot tub sex scene?
There was, do we have it?
No.
Oh, I thought you
You were in a music video, right?
I was in a music video.
Steamy.
There was, first of all, let me explain this. Again, we don't have any reference to show the audience. It was super embarrassing, right? I'm making out with this girl. There's 30 other people around you. So it's not like you're like, hey, I'm going to pull a fast one.
Right.
It's super embarrassing. It's not like sexual like what you think it is.
Would you rather have had it blocked out?
That the whole video was me kissing, like in every part of the house.
Would you rather have had somebody?
Oh yes.
Right.
Okay, there you go.
For sure.
It takes
for
away
sure.
all of that tension.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry. It's a
So
safety
we're all in
net.
agreement.
But you guys came to me like I was like having a problem. Hi, my name's Jeff. I have problems with sexual intimacy on camera. Sam, what's up? You getting awkward?
Yeah, I get awkward in situations.
If you're gonna get
like
my
that.
video of me kissing, get Sam when she like hit her hip out, closing the door.
There's zero comparison between a hip bump and a hip bump.
I kissed someone as Madonna too, and it was awkward.
Oh, she wants her scene in there.
Oh wow.
She wants her scene.
We'll be right back.
Can we get
Google it.
It's not gonna pop.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by.
Picture it, a standoff. Democrats on one side, Republicans on the other, and in the middle, the Inflation Reduction Act. Tumbleweed passes by. Will the bill pass? Before the showdown, let me fill you in on what ended up in the final bill, because that's what's on the table here. There are some biggies like climate change, big pharma, and tax reform. Juicy, huh? Let's start with the biggie, climate change. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first bill in U.S. history to address climate change seriously, with almost $400 billion set aside for building the infrastructure we need for renewable energy. So I want you to think solar panels, wind turbines, plus a lot of tax credits for buying electric vehicles and smarter homes. And the bill would aim to lower greenhouse gas emissions 40% below 2005 levels by 2030. That's a big step forward. Big Pharma, baby, let's slash some prescription drug prices, huh? For the first time ever, the bill gives Medicare the power to negotiate the price of medicines. Lawmakers have wanted to do this for years, and this Congress appears to have finally gotten it done. The great news for those on limited income, there's also now a cap for any out-of-pocket prescription costs, and that is set at $2,000. Additionally, many healthcare subsidies that grew out of the pandemic, they're going to be extended for the next 3 years, which is a huge relief to middle and lower income individuals. Also huge, Medicare recipients will see the price of insulin capped at $35. Now, an effort to expand this cap to Americans with private insurance didn't have enough Republican support and was stripped from the bill, which is a big miss for the more than 7 million Americans who require insulin but aren't on Medicare. How do we pay for all this, Tor? Big taxes on big corporations, like a 15% minimum tax for any corporation making over $1 billion in income, which will bring over $300 billion of revenue. Healthcare savings from allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices is estimated to save another $200 billion. And an $80 billion investment to improve the IRS. That is actually expected to pay off handsomely because the IRS estimates that the tax gap, the difference between what people owe and what they actually pay, exceeded $400 billion per year in recent years. As for if the bill will actually reduce inflation in any real sense for the average family, that remains to be seen. But all of this almost didn't happen. Schumer had every Senate Democrat on board except for Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. The negotiations wore on long into Saturday night. 8 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours. Finally, Schumer manages to convince Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema to come over to their side. That means that all Senate Democrats have voted yes, and every single Senate Republican has voted no. What does that make it? 50-50. A tie? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Just kidding, Kamala Harris. As the Veep, Harris is also the president of the Senate, aka the tiebreaker. So Harris swooped in Sunday night in the wee hours to vote for the bill to pass 51-50. As Chuck Schumer, the architect of the bill, said, quote, "It was like threading a needle." Some might be disappointed with the results, but hey, at least the sewing has started. Now you know.
Welcome back. It's still one hot summer and we haven't seen the last of record-breaking temperatures. So if you're feeling overheated, try wrapping a cool wet towel around your neck. But that's not the only way to beat the heat. Here are some other quick ways to cool down, sponsored by Sunsetter. Did you know you can create a cool breeze just by setting a large bowl of ice water in front of a standard fan? Wow. And instead of a pool, you can cool down by dipping your feet into cool water up to your ankles.
That's a sad pool.
Yeah. Also keep skin products like lotion and sunscreen in the fridge before applying. Sunsetter is America's #1 best-selling awning. Get affordable custom features without the custom price. Spend more time outside and get the best value with Sunsetter. It's been an industry leader for 30 years. Call 1-800-513-6851 or visit sunsetter.com for guaranteed pricing on American-made awnings built to last.
So we have a little clip for you, Jeff. Remember we were talking about intimacy coaches. We want to show the audience what you went through on set. Do we have that, Jody?
Oh, God. Ew!
Listen, if you think that's bad, Google Tori assaulting someone in a crazy Madonna video. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.